Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Jacob Saylor's now on the return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk. The 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
In motion goes Raymond. Right to the air. Here's Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards on the game's opening play. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Here's Goff. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Goff. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. The 20. 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 46 yards. And the Lions will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go now. 70. Panther 11. 79 Broncos. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat.
Throwing is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun again to Jones. And he's able to break to 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, when you're facing a receiver like this, you always come into a game thinking, we've got to put our best corner on him. We've got to find a way to get him off his route, limit his touches. But that plan not working too well in this opening drive. That's already 2 catches for him, and this one, good for a 1st down.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
18 running. 18 running. Come on. Set. 70 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Middle of the field to Jefferson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here. These last few plays, they have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
On the set.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Liking 18. Go.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Touchdown!
Jordan Mason
From 8 yards out.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. On the end around, here comes Williams. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
They'll pitch it out to Gibbs here. To about the 40-yard line.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6.
To throw is gone.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
180!
After the interception, here's Goff. And he went nowhere. Well, went backwards, back to the 33. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's Goff.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
76!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
For the Lions.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Open man downfield. It's Naylor. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Vikings. Jalen Naylor, 77 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And that flag accepted.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Gone.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Super. 17. Hey, kill.
Out of the gun. Goff.
He'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
Well, I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running for it, Montgomery. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Vikings 21, Lions 7.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Tiger.
Goff. That one let go deep for Laporta. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. That is into the hands of Hockenson downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones, 31 yards. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, it has been the passing game that's really been responsible for much of the scoring so far. But let's not forget about this running attack. They're pretty good, too, as evidenced right there.
And I think, Brandon, the fact that they've thrown the ball so well contributed to that touchdown, because that was a defense that was really keyed up to cover those receivers. All they wanted to do was blanket them. They didn't have enough men in the box to stop the run, and you saw the end result.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Value three, value three. Cut. Wait, hold on. Check.
Play action. It's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play there for Detroit. 58 yards.
1st and goal, Detroit.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd.
Gibbs will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown.
Jahmyr Gibbs, the ball carrier. Touchdown.
So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At their own 16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Complete. Jefferson to target. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
19 tight.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
19
Here's McCarthy.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's to Naylor once again.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 72.
They'll look to throw again.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Throwing is McCarthy.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Avonte Maddox.
And the Lions are right back in this football game.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ric Flair, 20.
Now Goff looking to change the play. Gibbs straight ahead.
Powerful running. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20.
72 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Goff now looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Tiger.
They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. To the right goes Mason.
Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Lions' 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
70 Lions, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Go.
Now McCarthy.
And that will be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A 36-yard attempt.
And this one is right through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Goff.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Here's Goff.
That is caught by Laporta.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
To the air again. Goff.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
2 for 1. Not value 3. Value 180. Average low. What?
On the give, here's Gibbs.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Goff going to move his guys around a bit.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Count 19. Here we go. Set. 70 left. 19 Lions. Warriors 70. Check go.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
70. 19. 60.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
McCarthy operating from the gun.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
All 3 timeouts still remain. Keep that in mind. They prefer to use them on the defensive end. But here's 1st and 10.
A gain of 58 yards. First down, Lions.
11.
Now it's gone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Intercepted. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 32 on the play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
A 65-yard attempt.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and the lead will hold at 10.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.